Welcome everyone. Today we're going to start talking about helpful tips for first-time cruisers or any questions. I'm here with my friend Gavin, and he's about to go on his first cruise on the Carnival Elation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's his first cruise. He's got a couple questions. I've been on 31, about to go on 32, so it's kind of I'm a little bit more experienced. I've got some tips and stuff like that. He's, as most of you probably, if you're watching this, probably have some questions too. What's some questions you have?
Well, besides the actual ticket, what other expenditures and costs are there on cruises that most people don't know about?
Sometimes you're going to have like your shore excursions, which are going to be like your tours and stuff that you're going to do on land. Those vary all over the place in price, and you can usually look at those on the Carnival website, since you're going on Carnival. They'll give you breakdowns in price, how long the tour is going to be, what it includes, like if lunch is included, or what beach it goes to, stuff like that. Other things are you're going to buy things at the gift shops. You got to factor in that. Not everything is free, but the food is, which is very helpful because unless you're going to a specialty dining restaurant, you're not going to pay a dime for food. But drinks, you will have to pay if you want sodas or alcohol or anything like that. Things like lemonade, orange juice, water, things like that, those are going to be free, but if you want like sodas or alcohol, you will have to either pay, or you can buy like a beverage package, like Carnival's Cheers program, where you pay a certain amount up front at the beginning of the cruise, and then you can just show the card.
If it was upfront or if it was hourly or daily. Is it just upfront?
It's usually upfront. It's usually a daily breakdown. Usually the rates will go down throughout the cruise if you want to buy it at a later time.
Okay. With the rooms and stuff like that, it includes a lot of stuff for you to already have with you. What do you recommend bringing for people that are new on the cruise that doesn't usually come with the room and stuff like that? Besides like the obvious, like clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you definitely got to bring clothes on a cruise. Those are a little important. You got to bring things like your toothbrush. They have like shampoo inside in the showers for you and stuff like that. It's not very good. Yeah. Bring the basics: bathing suit. Don't forget a bathing suit. Dinner clothes. Dinner clothes are important.
Right.
Those are usually like kind of casual clothing, khakis, a button-up shirt. There is, since yours is what, a 4 or 5 night cruise?
It's a 7.
That's a 7? Okay, so with the 7 night cruise is you're gonna have 2 formal nights where you're gonna have to like dress up in like maybe a suit or so.
Okay.
But the main dining room you're not gonna be like obligated to go. You can eat wherever you want. There's a buffet up top, usually where you're gonna eat breakfast and lunch. But you don't have to go to the dining room. But it's kind of a nice place to have like a meal and stuff like that. You'll have your waiter. Since it's Carnival, you have the same waiter every night. People like Norwegian, where it's freestyle. You just go whenever the heck you want, wherever you're gonna get a different waiter, stuff like that. But with Carnival, you usually have an assigned dinner table, or unless you have like the anytime dining.
Have you ever cruised alone? And if so, would you recommend doing that or going with friends and family?
Cruising alone is actually going to be a little bit more expensive than cruising with 2 people, because the cruise lines go by a double occupancy rate, to where a single person is going to spend just as much as probably 2 people in the same room.
Jesus.
It's usually better to take 2 people at least, so you can at least split the cost, or you're not paying the same rates for one person to go. Now, cruise lines like Norwegian have what they call the studio cabins, which are meant for just one single person, and those are, you can't book more than one person in that cabin, but you still are going to pay a slightly higher rate than you would, with 2 people in a different style room.
As far as ship times leaving, and times in the boat, like for occasions and meals and stuff like that, can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the ship time is going to be based off of usually the home port you're in. So say Miami's going to be like Eastern time. So whatever time zone you're in for your home port is going to be the ship's time throughout the cruise. So say you're in Cozumel and there's like an hour difference. Say it's 6 o'clock on land in Cozumel. It's going to be 5 o'clock on the ship, or 7 o'clock or something like that. There's going to be a difference in time. So always go based off of what the ship tells you and not what you see on land. And that's important when it comes time to get back on the ship
And not get
later in the day,
stranded. Not get
because
stranded.
they will leave you. They will leave you in the port. The only time they will wait on you is if, say, you're on a shore excursion and your excursion's running behind. If it's booked through the cruise line, they will wait for you, but any other time, chances are you're going to get left.
30 plus cruises. Are there any cruise lines that you prefer and any that you would avoid?
Some that I prefer, I've been on, out of my 31, about to be 32, I've been on Carnival 20 or 21 times.
Wow.
I love Carnival. They live up to that fun ship name, so you're gonna have a good time on the Elation. Lucky for you, you just got a ship that was completely
Renovated,
overhauled,
yeah.
and so you got a brand new ship
It's gonna be
almost.
awesome, yeah.
But Carnival's really, really good. You got Norwegian, it's great. My family's actually starting to transition towards Norwegian a little bit, but we are still trying to look for Carnival cruises just because we like Carnival. With Carnival and other cruise lines, you're gonna have like your loyalty programs, to where basically the more you come back to them, the more points you're going to accumulate to where you're going to get the higher ranks, and those higher ranks lead to benefits. Like right now, I'm platinum with Carnival, to where people can pay I think it's $50 to $80 to get priority boarding and stuff like that, to where I just get it free.
That's awesome.
I'm like one of the first people that comes on board, and I can, you get special little things here and there, like priority boarding. Say, like, if you're in a port that doesn't have a dock, you would have to tender in on a boat. It's where you would get priority tendering if you wanted things like that.
Just, I guess, personal advice you can give to new cruisers.
Throughout your cruise every day, you're going to get something called a Fun Times, which is, or what Carnival calls it. Norwegian and Royal Caribbean do the same thing, but they have different names for it. But the Fun Times is basically going to give you an hour-by-hour breakdown throughout the day of, like, say, what time and where the trivia games are, or bingo, or, say, the deck parties, or if you're, like, on the Carnival Vista, they're going to have the IMAX theater. It'll tell you what movies are showing in the theater that day. The late-night shows in the main theater lounge, they'll tell you when those are, things like that. But, so you'll get those throughout the cruise, and they'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on, what kind of activities are going on.
Okay.
You're gonna get a Carnival calls them the sail and sign cards. Usually they have different names throughout different cruise lines. Basically, you're gonna get a card when you check in at the cruise terminal, and basically that's gonna be your room key and basically like the key to your life for the next couple days, because you can do all your onboard purchases, and that's how you pay for drinks. You use it in the casino, get like when you can run a credit on that card, buy stuff in the gift shops, you buy drinks, you buy pretty much anything you do on board, you'll probably need that room key. And you need it to like get on and off the ship when you're in ports too. But like it doesn't work on land. Like they don't take that as a payment on
just
land.
on the ship, that makes sense.
So yeah, it's basically a ship only type of deal. If you're gonna go to the Bahamas, like I guess your cruise is going to the Bahamas, if you're trying to buy something from some guy at some random shack, he's not gonna. You show him this room key, and he's gonna go, "What is this?" So make sure you like bring actual like cash too to spend like on land.
Right.
Like with Carnival, like they'll change colors like throughout like the tier process. Right, like your loyalty points, like yours is gonna be blue because this is your first cruise ever.
Okay.
So your first cruise with Carnival, you're gonna get a blue card, and then your second, you're gonna get a red one, and then until you get to a certain amount of nights, you'll get a gold, and then you'll get to the platinum or like the silver one, like mine is.
Okay.
And then eventually you'll get to diamond, which is a white, which that's like 200 nights. I mean,
jeez. So you're not there yet, but you're getting there.
I'm 70. I'm within 70 or within 80 days. I'm like at 79 or 78 days left until I get the diamond. But
well, that's cool.
But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so whenever you get those cards, this applies for all cruise lines, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, whoever. Those room keys are going to be very important to you. Oh, one thing, flying versus driving. So like if you live in Florida, chances are you're not going to live far from the port to where driving's not going to be an issue, but not everybody lives in Florida. although it may seem like it when you're sitting in Orlando traffic. So if you have to fly, so you're driving to are you driving to Jacksonville?
Yeah.
So I mean that's not too far of a drive, but I'm flying to Miami on the getaway in a few weeks, and you know we're flying the day before, and it's usually recommended to fly down the day before, just because if your flight gets delayed and you're flying down the day of, you might get left behind.
It's gonna be a problem.
So if you fly down the day of, there's always the option of getting travel insurance through the cruise lines, and that'll kind of help you out if something ever happens.
Right.
That's about it. Anything else? Excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not gonna get left behind, hopefully.
Yeah, don't get left behind. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and give it a thumbs up. And like I said, I've got Norwegian Getaway videos coming very soon in the next few weeks. And that's it.
Subscribe.
Definitely hit that subscribe. See? Hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you in a few weeks on the Getaway.